Hey everyone, me Kevin here. So y'all know that I announced that I'm running for governor of California because California is a disaster. We already know California is a disaster. Homelessness, housing, affordability, everything's a disaster. Regulation, businesses leaving, people fleeing. It's all bad. And it's only gotten worse over the last 17 years, which is, the same 17 years that Gavin Newsom has been in power in California. Well, Gavin Newsom is the reason I am running for office, to replace Gavin Newsom, because I think he's very, very bad for California, and I'm very nervous about how much California will crumble in the next few years under his leadership. So yesterday we announced that I'm running for governor. And of course, being on YouTube and social media, we announced that through social media. It's only fair. Y'all are the reason I'm here in the first place, so it's only fair that you get this announcement. So I posted this on Instagram right here, which I'm going to show you the Facebook version, which I posted a few hours later, so I don't think they're linked up. But anyway, I posted this on Instagram and Facebook, but this is the Facebook version, which is still here. This is on my personal Facebook account, so it has like very little engagement compared to the other one. The other one had like almost, I think it was over at one point, 20,000 likes, which is the most likes I've ever gotten in a picture. It was like, whoa, this is blowing up. It's crazy. And people were sharing stories with it. I think I got like 400 story shares and everything. Anyway, my post was, which I also posted on Twitter and I made a little community post with this on YouTube. But anyway, I wrote, it's official. I'm not effing leaving, which is obviously paying homage to the way I made my announcement. I'm not leaving. I'm running instead. We must beat Gavin Newsom. The full 20-part plan includes emergency action to solve homelessness, housing, transportation, schooling, and more. We need a non-weenie baby in office. Support the campaign and donate to meetkevin.com, which honestly, first of all, I'm blown away. Our donations right now are at $36,000 in 24 hours. Which is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, this is so cool that y'all are donating in the first place. I know some people are like, oh, well, Kevin, don't you have enough money to run a campaign? No. Gavin Newsom gets like $50 million to run campaigns. Meg Whitman spent like $122 million to run a campaign. Now, I personally think there are cheaper ways to run a campaign. I can make dollars go way further than the mainstream politicians can, in my opinion. I'm not going to spend $5 million on a grizzly bear. But anyway... Yeah, that actually happened. In case you haven't heard about that yet, Google it. But anyway, so I posted this. And it was like a photo, We got a podium. See, this is my personal account. Thank you to the 108 people who liked it on my personal account. Instagram had like 20,000 at RealMeetKevin on Instagram. Sorry, I'm actually at MeetKevin on Instagram, RealMeetKevin on Twitter and TikTok. But anyway, good picture. Everything was great about it. Fine. Good. Good post, good reception. So what came after that? Well, this morning... the person who took the photo was like, dude, Kevin, why'd you remove the photo? Because we've got a team of people working. If by the way, you want to volunteer or help, you could always go to support or you could go to meetkevin.com/support if you want to sign up to hear about events like maybe rallies or community events or something like that. So meetkevin.com/support for that. Or if you want to work with us, send an email to staff@meetkevin.com. All right. So I'm like, I didn't remove the post. What do you mean? It's the best performing post I've ever had. Why would I delete that? And he's like, well, I don't know, but it ain't there anymore. Well, it's like, okay. So look at my Instagram. Check it out. Instagram. Your post goes against community guidelines. We removed your post because it goes against our community guidelines on harassment or bullying. I'm like, what? How is it harassing or bullying to announce you're running against Newsom for governor? Harassment or bullying guidelines. We remove content that targets private individuals to degrade or shame them. Well, he's certainly not a private individual. And if shaming and degrading is associated with calling somebody a weenie baby, well, then I gotta watch what I'm saying on YouTube too, because we call people weenie babies all the time. I mean, this is like 3-year-old language here, okay? Weenie baby. A weenie baby. Harassment and bullying? Content with personal information, no. Posts or threats to intimate images of others, no. It's not posts or threats. Is that supposed to be intimidate? I don't know. Whatever. Folks, this is crazy. Instagram deleted my post from Instagram for bullying for calling him a weenie baby. And I'm like, wait a minute. Does this go deeper? So we did a little bit of research. First of all, the first thought I have is, well, I mean, it's Instagram's right. You know, it's a private platform. It's their right to remove, right? But then again, it's also kind of like, but when does their right to cater content become censorship? Watch this, okay? Because this gets dark here in a moment, all right? So I reached out to some attorneys and learned a little more about Section 230. We've talked about that many times on this channel before. Really, sure, Instagram has the right to remove this, but at what point does you calling somebody a weenie baby just turn into, no, we're going to just censor you, and we're going to say that weenie baby reference was bashing or harassment or whatever, even though there's no threat of violence. And I mean, we're talking about a 3-year-old. You know, it's like calling somebody baloney and getting your post removed for harassment. So you start getting to this line of, at what point does this private platform taking control of what's on their content and moderating their content turn into political censorship? Which is really crazy. Like, I wouldn't expect that within 24 hours of announcing my candidacy, I would start experiencing political censorship. So we started doing a little bit of research, and 2 crazy things came up. Well, the first, I guess I shouldn't say is really crazy. It's a comparison. I reached out to YouTube. I reached out to one of the top dogs at YouTube that helps me when I have issues. And, no names necessary here, but I shared the scenario with them. And I'm like, is calling somebody a weenie baby considered harassment? And his reply is, no. and then I sent the post, and he's like, no, this isn't our policy. Political speech is very, very protected for us. Context is important. The only thing you get in trouble for are the 2 main categories, threats of violence and bashing somebody because of a protected class status. Well, that makes sense, racism or whatever. Of course. I get that. Okay? Violence. I get that. Calling somebody a weenie baby? Okay, so then we did a little bit more digging into this, okay? Facebook owns Instagram. And just keep in mind, I'm like panicking a little bit on the inside here, because if Facebook and Instagram are like, oh, we hate Kevin now, and then they like shadow ban us, well, now the over 100,000 people that follow me on Instagram, they don't get to follow me anymore. They don't hear my voice anymore. I get silenced on Instagram, so I'm very nervous about that. I'm hoping this was just a mistake, because I like Instagram. I think it's great. I love posting stories and sharing stuff with you. But get this. In 2020, Facebook donated over $27 million of gift cards on behalf of Gavin Newsom to workers. On behalf of Gavin Newsom. Mark Zuckerberg personally donated, for polling purposes, $3.7 million to essentially help Gavin Newsom get elected. So $30.7 million came from Facebook alone to help Gavin Newsom get elected. This is, by the way, also why I think it's funny that when I'm like, I raised $36,000 in the last day, from you on social media, which is so amazing, people are like, oh, Kevin, don't you have enough money? It's like, you realize what I'm up against? Okay? You realize, like, the context coming together here? This is a problem, okay? Like, getting people elected is a chore because of all the things that stand in the way. It's not the best ideas that sometimes float to the top, even though they should. I'm hoping I can change that with the blunt transparency that I offer on this channel. And I think YouTube is going to be a phenomenal partnership for us, because we've had a wonderful relationship with YouTube, and we expect to maintain that. And that's why I check, too, with YouTube. Like, I just want to make sure, okay, we good here? And they're like, no, you're good, you're good. Yeah. Anyway, so you've got $30.7 million going from Facebook and Zuckerberg combined to Newsom, whom I'm running against to replace. I want to replace Newsom. I think Newsom is the problem of California. The reason California is the problem. It's not the workers at the city building and safety departments. It's not the union workers that work their butts off in our state. It's not the people of California. It's Newsom. He's the reason people are homeless and dying on the streets. The buck stops with him. He's the boss. This is his ship. Fix it. He's not going to. So we also compared, because we're like, well, maybe they all donate $30 million. No. YouTube donated $500,000 to Newsom. TikTok donated $300,000. Netflix donated $227,000. So in fairness, they did donate as well, but it's a drop in the bucket. I mean, combined, that's under $1 million Facebook combined donated 30x what the other platforms combined donated. This is interesting. Facebook, I got this update here. Facebook also said it was scaling down political content on its platform, but it was their goal to preserve the ability for people to find and interact with political content on Facebook. Facebook has been criticized for censoring political speech. Not a surprise. So guess what we're doing? We made a shirt. We made a t-shirt. It is the Don't Ban Me Bro t-shirt. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. This is the donation page. I'll pull up a bigger picture of it here. But you can take a look at this shirt by going to meetkevin.com/don't-ban-me, all written together. So that way, if you type in meetkevin.com/don't-ban-me, you'll get redirected to this page right here. So here's the shirt. It is Don't Ban Me Bro, Meet Kevin for Governor of California. You can get this shirt by going to meetkevin.com/don't-ban-me. You can also, if you just want to donate directly to the campaign, you can go to meetkevin.com/donate, or just go to meetkevin.com and click the donate button. But folks, we're up against a lot of craziness, and this is very, very disappointing. And I'm very nervous. I don't want to get shadow banned from Instagram. But I told everyone that this campaign will be about me being the most transparent governor that has ever existed. And I would hope that social media would enable that, not ban that. So I'm a little disappointed, nervous about a potential shadow ban or what this might mean for Instagram going forward. But support the cause. That's all I can say. Support the cause. Go to meetkevin.com/donate. Check out the shirt at meetkevin.com/don't-ban-me-bro. Actually, the website is Don't Ban Me, but the shirt is Don't Ban Me, bro. And thank you. I appreciate your support. Let's see where we go from here. Thanks again. Bye.